So my daughter wanted to be Catra from She-Ra. Here's how I made the mask with mostly stuff I already had lying around. I used an old headband, some cheap felt, an old shirt, and I used my favorite thing, cereal boxes. So I started with a paper template, and I had to go through probably 7 or 8 of these to get this shape right. Then I just cut it out of this thin cardboard. I love cereal boxes for this type of thing. They don't hold up so well if you're gonna bend it a lot, but for something that is gonna be handled lightly, you'd be surprised at how well it holds up. And it's extremely easy to work with. So I just went ahead and bent it into the right shape, cut some ears out of the same material. Then I discovered that the ears were too small when I put the mask on top because they have to stick out past the mask. So I cut some new ones, and that was right. So this is that 25-cent felt you can get at Walmart. And then I cut up this old shirt that was just the perfect color of the inside of the ears. Again, I think I got it at Walmart. I think it was a $3 tank top, but it was the perfect color, and it had certainly seen better days, so I sacrificed it for the good of the costume. So I glued the same stuff to the mask back, weighted, and then cut it out. And then we did end up buying a shirt to get the right color for the mask and also the shirt that Catra is wearing, because the goal is to eventually make the rest of the costume. So I cut the sleeve off of one side of her shirt since she's wearing a sleeveless shirt, and I used that for the mask part so that it would match. Of course, you've got to add all the little details like the little inside parts of the ear. I love making things like this because it's so low stakes, because almost everything was easily available. You can try things out, and if you mess it up, it's not that big of a deal. When you have to go out and buy the materials for everything, it really changes how you feel about the project. So I highly recommend, if you have kids especially, or if you just like wearing costume pieces, to start with things that you just have. Since it was a little rough, I decided to cut some really thin strips of the felt and just lay it on the outside. So I went around both the ears and also the mask. I tried several different ways to attach it. I attached the mask to the ears first, but that did not work out because you couldn't get it to sit right on your face. So I happened to have some heavy gauge wire. This is really heavy duty. And I used that to create like an eyeglass effect. And that worked out really well. I just used the scraps of felt that I had left over, hot glued it into place. And that's it. That's the whole Catra mask. What do you think?